What is up, guys? Scars here, or Brian, whatever you'd like to call me. And today, guys, I'm making a new video here in Cebu City at Ayala Center, something like that, Ayala Business Mall. I always forget the names of these places, even though I've been here over a year. I always forget the names. I'm really not in Cebu City that often. I think a lot of you guys already know I live in Lapu-Lapu, which is the island attached to Cebu and Cebu City, right? But today, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video. Hopefully I can be as detailed or informational as possible, considering I'm trying to vlog in public and I feel like I lose some of my attention to detail when I'm doing so. But trying to make it a little bit more diverse, right? A little bit more interesting scenery, right? Instead of just being in my bedroom, always making the same content. But today, guys, I just wanted to make a video regarding respect, right? Respect in general, but particularly some of the recent degeneracy of content creators. I use content creators loosely because they don't even deserve to have that title, of expats and tourists coming to Southeast Asia, Thailand, Cambodia, but more recently, specifically here in the Philippines, creating absolute degeneracy and having degenerate behavior here in this country. Now, I don't even want to give names, to be honest with you guys, because I don't really want to put anyone on blast. And to be fair, I also don't want to give anyone any credit that doesn't deserve it. So I think it's just better for me not to mention names. But it's really no surprise if you guys go to YouTube, you go to Twitch or Kick, wherever these live streaming platforms are, people are doing these degenerate activities. You can tell pretty quickly some of the disrespectful, arrogant activities these people are creating, right? There's multiple videos now of people doing things like taking off security guards' hats, screaming in public, being blatantly disrespectful towards the locals, using profanity, here in the Philippines specifically, right? Respect, right? R-E-S-P-E-C-T. And I'm not talking about the Aretha Franklin song, although that is a very, very good song as well. I'm here to talk about more of what respect is and how to show respect when you're living or visiting other countries abroad. Also, hopefully you guys can hear me. I know the microphone might have a lot of other background noise or things going on, so hopefully you guys can hear everything I'm saying, or to the best of my ability, I'll try to make my audio as clear as possible. Now, there's been a series of videos and live streams recently that, again, I'm not gonna name drop anybody, but if you guys go on YouTube, you go into these live streaming sites, you'll see this degenerate activity going on where people are coming to Southeast Asian countries and taking advantage of the kindness and hospitality of the locals that are living here in these countries. It's really not that hard to just be respectful, go to someone's country, not break the law blatantly, right? The whole reason a lot of these guys do it, and they know they're doing it, is to be trolls, right? To gain some content, some views. And to some extent, yeah, they do get views from this degenerate activity that they're doing. However, the problem is that once they get the bad reputation they get from the unwanted attention of much larger content creators, it backfires on them tenfold. And whether they care or not, I don't know, to be honest with you guys. But at the same time, that creates a lot of legal issues as well, right? You get a lot of people who end up getting blacklisted or deported from the country because of these illegal activities that they're blatantly doing. So I think the point I want to try to make to you guys, right, is whether you're just going to visit someone's country, right, or you're moving to someone's country, you're an expat of in someone else's country, don't blatantly break the law, don't blatantly become disrespectful, right? You know, I'm very lucky that I've seen very little activities like this in my time being here. But I do see people getting pissed off. You know, they're waiting extra, to get their food, or waiting extra to get something done or processed, right? They scoff and they get angry about it. But guys, it's really, really not that hard to just be patient, right? Just be respectful towards the locals. You have to remember, at the end of the day, it's not our country. You are living in someone else's country, or you're visiting someone else's country. And listen, if you guys are getting that thought, right, in the back of your head, right, you're thinking, man, I need to speak up about this. I'm getting pissed off that I can't, get my food quicker, or I can't get this thing processed quicker. Honestly, just walk away. There's no point of creating a public disruption, towards a normal operation where all the locals aren't making a big deal out of it, but because you're the foreigner, right? And in your country, maybe it goes 3 times faster than it does in the Philippines. You're the only one making a big deal out of it. You see how that's kind of wrong in that situation, right? You're the only one making a big deal out of it, and it's not even your country. I remember one time, actually, speaking of which, ironically at Jollibee, right, that I waited almost an hour to get my food. Almost an hour. It took me about 20 minutes to order as well, so altogether almost an hour and a half. Did I make a big deal out of it? Did I go up to the cashier and say, hey, where's my food? Absolutely not, right? It's not my country. It's not my place to say, where is it? You can politely go up to the cashier, right? You can politely ask, hey, it's been about an hour, just want to make sure, my order isn't lost, or whatever the case is. There's respectful ways to go about it, guys, right? But when you're going up to someone and you're demanding that something has to be done, you're in the wrong, right? It's not your country, it's not your place to say so. So don't make a habit of it just because you feel that you're entitled to do so. Guys, but I think the point I really just want to get across, I don't want this to be a super long video, and also it's very awkward for me still to vlog in public, because usually when I'm doing these informational videos, I'm in my house. But really the point I want to bring across is that these degenerate activities have absolutely got to stop, right? It's just so disgusting to see people having a sense of entitlement, taking advantage of people's kindness in developing countries in Southeast Asia, and think they can get away with it, right? I'm seeing too many content creators, too many YouTubers, live streamers who think this is okay. And I'm here to say that, luckily that's the extreme minority, but unfortunately they get that attention that they want. Luckily, it usually backfires on them, like I said before, but it's still a problem. So guys, really, if there's any takeaway from this video, it's just when you're coming to someone else's country, right, just be a normal person, right? It's really not that hard to do so. If you wouldn't do it in your home country, why the hell would you do it in someone else's country, right? So showing a little respect, right, especially towards the culture, is just super important. And as I said before, it's just terrible that there's a lot of these content creators who are coming here having the sense of entitlement, thinking that they're better than everybody else, and they think they'll get away with it. Luckily, in most of these cases, they'll probably get blacklisted, they'll probably get deported by the BI, and they'll take care of them pretty fast, right? Before, getting in trouble with the Bureau of Immigration, right, was not really super common, but because of this kind of evolution of social media, content creation, and also tying into that degeneracy, the BI has been a lot more strict on these kinds of people. So again, just be respectful, guys, right? That's really the only point I want to get across. If you guys have any questions or anything you think I missed out or anything you want me to add to it, please leave it in the comments below. I always try to read every single comment that I can, and I'm more than happy to add any points or answer any questions you guys have. So just want to thank you guys for watching the video. I try my best to get some content here. As I said, I'm here in Cebu City right now. So again, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.